Yeah, well, in the foot market, Colin says to me one day, he said, look, where you train? I said, look, I train at London Transport, you know. He said, well, why don't you come down to my club with Harry Holland, you know? So I went, yeah, that'd be nice, because Harry and Colin used to be really close together, yeah? And they started boxing together and they started training together. So they had a club in Southall Boxing Club. So I used to go down there as well, train down at Southall Boxing Club. And I used to go there like twice a week to train with Colin. And I was getting better and better all the time because I was fighting in the foot market. I was also going down London Transport, training down there. And so I was getting really good, really fast, and I could really bang. And Colin said to me one day, come have a couple of hours sparring with me, mate. And I got in the ring with Colin, and as I kept jabbing him, yeah, I had a really good jab. He said, you jab me one more time like that, and I'll smash your face in. You know what I mean? I thought, steady, Cole, steady, mate. This is like sparring match, you know what I mean? But I didn't push it. So I got out, jumped out of the ring. I was in the food market still. I was working on the north side still as night porter. And Colin, in the morning, he come in about, what, 4:30, 4:45. Said to me, he was sorry about what happened at the club. I said, that's all right. No problem, Cole. You know what I mean? He said, well, look, he said, later on, me and you get the gloves out, eh? On the dirt track and with a fight, you know? I went, yeah, that'd be great. But he took liberties with me, you know what I mean? He took right liberties. You could see that he wanted to hurt me. And that's why me and Colin, over the years, I had to get him back, you know? I had to get him back. That's why I had the boxing show. Anyway, there's lots more in front of that. So then they changed the Southall Boxing Club, and they used to go to Hogarth Boxing Club, Hogarth Roundabout, yeah. So I used to go there as well. It was a school turned into a big complex thing for kids and everything, yeah. So I used to box there as well, and also do the weights, yeah. But boxing was my thing more so, and I used to train up there with Harry Holland, and I was silly, you know. Anybody that knows Harry, say to Harry, what was Ray Hill like? And he'd tell you, I could have been British and European champion, mate. I really could, you know. I was such a good fighter. I was taking quite a lot of digs as happens. A lot of people reckon I was like a fighter who would take a lot of punches and get one or two in, and it'd be all over. You know what I mean? But yeah, I was a good fighter, mate. I lost quite a few fights because we all do this part of growing up, innit? It's part of, you know, you got to lose some fights to get better, yeah. But anyway, I was still down the market, you know, cracking on doing what I was doing, getting good money, and then we all decided. Well, I say we all decided, but we all wanted to go down Chiswick swimming pool and go down there. It was a place to go to, loads of girls and all that good times, yeah. And whilst we were down Chiswick swimming pool, you know, it was me, body beautiful, massive eye, big shoulders, big arms, all tummies, nice and muscular, big legs. I was together, you know what I mean? And the girls loved me, mate. The girls loved me, you know what I mean? But I was one of the guys that was a bit, I didn't know too much about girls as such, yeah. Anyway, so down there, met a guy that actually I thought was a bit funny, a guy called Spike. You know, he's been in the 007 films and all that. So I think his name's Saint Reed, isn't it? So anyway, so he kept being around young girls, pulling them aside in bits and pieces. And one day I had a go at him, and my mate also had a go at him, and my mate hit him on the chin. He just said, well, it was like, my mate went into it was like hitting a rock, you know, hitting a rock. And I had a bit of a row with him, and I also hit him on the chin. And it was the same thing, you know. The geezer had about a 26 in his neck. You know, he couldn't, like, he had hit him with a sledgehammer, you know what I mean? And we knew, you know, this guy you couldn't beat. We all decided the greatest thing we can do is to all get together. This is a story that I told a little bit, but it's something that I never said, you know. And And we all decided to get together, yeah. And wait, he had a big, an American, like a pink Cadillac, yeah, convertible Cadillac. And he used to drive around in that, bald head, sunglasses, built massive, 30 stone, maybe a bit more than that, yeah. Big, powerful guy, yeah. Wrestler, you know, big, powerful. And we knew that he had to go. He had to stop him coming to the swimming pool. You know, he was just taking the mickey out of all the girls and taking the mickey out of us, because when you steam into him, you know, he just couldn't hurt this guy. So we decided to do him ourselves. All of us, yeah, which is about 8 of us, yeah. You know what I mean? He had to realise that he can't do what he's got to do, what he's doing. And we thought the best way to get him is in the motor. Don't get him on the street, because we're going to get punished, you know what I mean? And he got a convertible, it's all outside, the roof's always off. Hot sunny day, he's in there, so we decided to get it outside, ready for him, waiting for him, ready for him, yeah? And, mate, we steamed in as we got in the car. One of my mates, Tony, well, he nearly got killed. He pulled him, you know, we steamed into this geezer, but it was like, for no vow, yeah? He pulled my mate in the motor, and he nearly killed him, man. You know what I mean? He just, like, nearly killed him. He had all his, had him around the neck with one hand. Like, it was crazy, you know what I mean? And we just steamed into him, and it's like pointless, you know what I mean? And he just opened the car door, threw my mate on the floor, and we was all with my mate, and he was just laughing at us, ooh, that sort of laugh, yeah? And then drove off. And so John, my mate John, and a few others, Johnny Wells, and decided that this geezer is taking the mickey out of us now, and he really has got to go, you know what I mean? Not go dead, but he's really got to be sorted out. We've got to hospitalise this geezer, yeah? And we thought the only way we could do it, mate, you know, is outside the pool. And we got to bat him. There's no cameras there and all that crap, yeah? But it used to get quite a few police officers go to the pool, yeah? Anyway, we just decided to bash him up, you know? He had to go, he had to be bashed up. It's funny, you know, because later on, he must have known, because later on, there was a big fight in the boathouse, you know, and all that. He was there with Binder, and he had a fight with Binder and other people. He was there, yeah. So he must have recognised a few of us. Maybe, I don't know, maybe not. He might have got a concussion, because we bashed him up bad, you know. And we decided that this guy is taking liberties now. He's getting around young girls. He's bashed their mate up. It was our own fault. We steamed into him and we come unstuck. Even in the car, we come unstuck, yeah. You wouldn't think it's that possible, but I was only 16, 17 anyway. And we decided, John was a little bit older and a bit more wiser, and we decided that he had to go, you know, and we got bats and bars and all this, that and other. And as he's walking along by the swimming pool, we've done him, mate. We've done him. It took about 10 blows, I'm not joking, for him to hit the floor. It was like very slow, you know what I mean? Slow, go down on one knee, try to fight, get hold of us, get hold of the bats and all that. You know, we had to run away and come back and whack him, you know. And in the end, he was on the floor, and we just battered him, mate. We just smashed him to pieces. We battered him, you know. And then we all left. He was in hospital for a long time, mate. I'm surprised he wasn't in the paper. I'm not quite sure it was. But we battered him, yeah? We battered him because the guy was a bully. He was a bully. He was a big guy, actor, and all this, that and the other, wrestler, and thought he could take liberties with us. But sometimes when you sit together 8 and 9-handed, and the first time he come unstuck, because we didn't go over nothing, we just went to bash him up. You can't bash someone like that up, it's impossible, you know what I mean? Even if you're going to have a right fight. I can have a right fight, even at 16. But this geezer was impossible. You just hit him on the chin, it was like nothing, you know what I mean? So the only way we could do it was bat him, yeah? We batted him up, mate. We batted him with big baseball bats and sledgehammers, not sledgehammer handles, yeah? But pickaxe handles. And just steam into him big time. That's the only way we could get to hurt this guy. And you could hit him. We must have hit him not 100 times, but we must have hit him 30 times, mate. Whacked him around the legs just to get him on the floor. You know what I mean? It was this hard work. I think if he'd have got hold of a bat, if he'd have got hold of one of them bats, we was in trouble because he'd have killed us. You know what I mean? We don't. But we battered him, and after that, never see him back down the pool. Never see him back down the pool. I see him quite a few times driving around Ackland in his in that convertible American car. See him quite a few times. Same thing, big guy. Always had little girls up around him. You know what I mean? In the car. He hadn't learnt his lesson, but you know what can you do? You know, we had to just leave it alone. You know what I mean? We've done what we've done. Anyway, and then I'm still in the fruit market, and as I said, we was fighting like it was going out of fashion. But so you had Colin Cracknell took me to the Southall gym. Then I went to Hogarth gym, and Harry Holland. You can talk about me to Harry. I tell you, Harry's going to say it another way. Yeah, I know he is. Me and Harry had some good sparring matches. Yeah, and I remember Harry saying to me, you know, we had a good spar, me and Harry, and I split his head open, you know. And he said, no, you never. I got bottled with someone. He just opened the cat, all crap, yeah. And I actually did smash him, you know what I mean? I actually did smash Harry. But me and Harry used to spar quite a lot. I worked with Harry in loads of clubs, me, Harry Holland, Derek Pearce, and Martin Worsfold. We worked in quite a few clubs, you know, for Harry. And that's when I remember telling you about the club that I worked in. And it was all them road rats we had a fight with. And we had a big fight in that club that night with the road rats. That's true, that is. It's like, we come unstuck a little bit, but we all, about 5 of us, steamed in. There was so many of them, mate. We had to get them out, you know, and just shut the pub up, lock the pub up, and, you know, really got killed. We really got outside, really got killed, you know what I mean? But we just got them out and just locked all the pub. They were smashing all the windows, and, you know, and that was it. The club, it never opened. It was called the Mitre. That's it, the Mitre. It never opened up again. It just, because they had too much trouble in there, you know. And Abby employed me, Derek Pearce, a few others. I was only a kid, 16. 17, but, you know, anyway. And then my mate, Derek Pearce, but everyone loved Derek. Derek was one of these guys that had great big arms, massive arms. A lot of them did have big arms in there, but Martin Worsfold, Derek Pearce was the two in there that had massive arms. They worked on potato companies, you know, and growers, so their arms were always big, throwing big things around all the time, yeah. I met Derek. Derek took to me. I used to call him Cheesy because he had big teeth. He was always smiling. And me and him, he started to say to me, you know, I see you with Colin Cracknell, because him and Cracknell didn't get on. They did not get on at all. I've never seen them two fight, you know, but they didn't get on. And Colin never got at Derek, Derek never got at him. It's the other side of the market. One side was Colin's side, Cracknell's side, and the other side was a lot of other people. But Colin was all that side. He run that side of the market. But Derek Pearce, the Wellses, and all that, Ginger Carlisle, and them sort of people, they run that side of the market, you know. There was some hard people, yeah. Anyway, so Derek Pearce, me and Derek in the morning, I was working nights. He used to say to me, come on, and we'd go for a run. We'd run around Gunsbury Park, always, every morning run around the park, go down the gym. We should go down to, I mean, I must have trained and boxed in about three or four gyms, because Hamwell Boxing Club, I used to go down there a lot, you know, from the market. Me and Derek Pearce used to go down there and do a lot of sparring. And do you know what? I was such a fool, you know. I was really a fool that I should have gone forward with boxing, yeah. Because everybody I spar with, yeah, I used to smash them to pieces, mate. You know, such a good jab. I used to really hurt people jabbing them, you know, and I could really bang. I never used to take liberties. When I say take liberties, you're only 16, 17, and you're fighting big men, 22, 23, 24 years of age. To me, it's a big man, yeah, when you're 16, 17. And, you know, and then you're holding, and you're really smashing them. You know, you think, you know, and all of a sudden, London Transport, I'm with George Whelan, you know, and he's saying to me, you're going to go a long way, son. You know, and they all fancied that I was a sort of same sort of fighter as Billy Walker, Johnny Prescott, them sort of fighters. You know, it's my era sort of thing, you know what I mean? That's the way that they rated me, them sort of fighters, you know. But, yeah, but I loved the market. The market was my life, yeah. I loved it because you could do what you want, you know, and do what you want. You know, if you've got the best mum in the world, and my mum had got the house in Mill Hill Road, big house, massive big house, and you got the best mum in the world, you got to look after that best mum, you know what I mean? Even, don't forget, this time, I come out of my Borstal, yeah? I come out of my Borstal, and then I got a YP, and I was not in the market, but I got back to the market. And I loved my mum so much, you know what I mean? So when I got back into the market from being away all these times, I used to nick boxes of flowers, big boxes, like 6 foot wide, you know, 6 foot long by 3 foot wide, yeah, full of roses and daffodils and tulips and all them sorts of things, yeah. And I used to nick my mum a box a week, and she used to love it, all the flower pots around the house, yeah. Get her a big cotchel, they used to call them cotchel, fruit cotchels, yeah. Just get all the bananas, the apples, the pears, the peaches, everything, you know, what she wanted, I'd get her. Whatever, bags of it, and everything she wanted, she'd give it away, so much of it. You know, and I every weekend, I used to get my mum a big cotchel of fruit, vegetables, everything, you know. And she loved that, my mum, yeah, because mum spent a fortune on fruit and veg, you know. And where you're in the fruit market, you got to understand a lot of people in the fruit market. I've got shops, but they also sell fish, and they also sell beef. You got a lot of people that come in after the market's closed, yeah. These people have got restaurants, and they come in and pick the stuff off the floors. The market was massive. I mean, it was about 4 acres, maybe even 5, massive. Now it's all flats around there now, but I think it's about 5 acres, maybe more than that, yeah. So it was massive, yeah, and, you know, so you can imagine all the motors in the morning, all the stalls, thousands of stalls maybe, all the porters, people used to throw things down. So people every day is coming who've got shops, not big greengrocer shops, but, you know, like I'm on about butchers, you know, where they come in, they sell fruit as well, vegetables. Restaurants that come in as well and pick off the floor all the stuff, and it's for nothing, mate. It's just on the floor, yeah. Big bags of it every day. They used to walk out, you know what I mean? And that market was the best thing I ever had, yeah. And Colin Cracknell, I used to go down to Spitfield and places like that, Spitalfield and other places, Covent Garden and all that, and go with Colin. And Colin Cracknell, he would fight anybody. Honestly, he would fight anybody. And we'd go to all his markets, and Colin was always having a fight with someone. You know, you'd always see Colin on the cobbles fighting. And he could really fight, yeah. I respected him, Colin. He was so fast. And being that I had a name, my name was getting bigger and bigger and bigger, I was fighting as well in the clubs and this, that and the other. And now I had a lot of respect from people in the Covent Garden, Spitalfield, and all this. That had a lot of respect, meat market, fruit market, any markets that I was going in at that time, I had a lot of respect because I was boxing as well, yeah. So I always have respect, and when you're looking really good, yeah, when you're looking really good and you're wearing like, what is it, slave press trousers, you know, with a nice crease down them, with your Dr. Martens, and you've got a t-shirt or a nice vest on, nice, muscular, you're big, you got a flat cap on, and you look in the business, you know what I mean? And you look in the part, you know, and all Colin and me together in the motor, you know, we was like proper fighters. And we go to the markets, you know, Covent Garden, Spitalfield or whatever it be, and you go there and get loads of potatoes, yeah? And me and Colin would unload potatoes, honestly. I used to carry three bags, only £56 bags. We got done away with the 100-weight bags, with the sack bags, done away with them. They become too much of a pain in the butt. So then they got the sacks, the paper sacks, yeah, £56. I always carry three, like one on that shoulder, one on that shoulder, and one across the top. And I used to run in like that with it, you know. And we used to unload a lorry in no time. I used to chuck all the bags to Colin. Yeah, I used to love that life, man. Colin looked after me, Cracknell. But later on in my life, you know, me and Colin done some bad things. One of the bad things we've done in the market, it wasn't bad really, because these people caused the problems for us, you know. I didn't say it before, but I say it now. These people cause a bit of a problem. There's some Pakistanis, yeah, come down, about 8 of them, and they come down in a big box van, a big 7-ton van, massive big van, yeah. And they had all their stuff in it, meat in the back and other things, you know. But they come down to buy vegetables for the shops, I suppose, the shops, or they're delivering it, yeah. And they come down, and Johnny Wells see them nicking things off the vans, other motors, people's greengrocers that they know, going up, taking boxes of this and putting it on theirs, yeah. And they was doing it in it as if, like, you know, no one would see them. And Johnny spotted it a couple of times doing it, and then he come over to Colin and some other people, says, look, we've got a few packages around there, and they're burglary, they're doing burglaries, they're burgling the motors. And Colin, Martin Worsfold, Derek Pierce, a few other people, big lots, can really have it. Went to these people and put it on them. And Martin Worsfold was the first one to give this guy a crash. His packy knocked his spark out, and then it kicked off pretty bad. It was a right punch up, yeah, but we bashed them up easy. But the only one we didn't bash up was the one in the van itself. Got out the passenger side, he got up with this big sword. Not a machete or nothing like that. It was a sword, yeah. Got out this big sword, he was swinging it about. And another guy, John, the one I was talking about, the big tall guy, he got cut across the shoulder, split, cut. I mean, it must have went in 2 inches, cut his shoulder 2 inches. Wallop, you know. And then the geezers, they got hold of him, and then we battered him. We battered them all, really. Threw him in the back of the van, all of them, and drove round to the North Circular, and left them in the North Circular. And I think it was Derek who got on the phone and just phoned old Bill and told them that there was a few people around there in a van, and they'd been there because they'd been causing problems. And the old Bill went round and found them. Nothing was done, nothing was said. I think the old Bill knew, you know, because the old server package must have said something. But the old Bill ain't going to come down to the fruit market. They didn't. Fruit market was the place in Brentford, Chiswick and all that. No one really done anything. We were the governors, we were the boys, yeah. And I used to love it in the morning. We used to walk, I used to have the bib on, the leather bib, you know, and the flat cap and the Dr. Martens, the Stay Fresh trousers. All had a stroll, all had a bit of a stroll, you know what I mean? And all of us could really fight. And it was, people were going to say, yeah, but all we did is fight. Yeah, but that's what we did. That's what the fruit market was about. Everybody in them days, all we done was fight, you know? And then you got, they come in. I've said this before, but it's only because YouTube have not monetized any of my podcasts because of me swearing and all that and saying things that I shouldn't be saying. So I've changed it now, and I hope they put it up, yeah? But anyway, I'd let me do another one later about, you know, the travellers that come in the market and other things and other fights that happen. And it's better, it's good, all right? Nice one. Bang, 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 nice one.